Thanks for joining us. My name is Quinn, and I'm the lead of Indigenous initiatives at the Gord Downie and Cheney Wenjack Fund. Inspired by Cheney's story and Gord's call to build a better Canada, we aim to build cultural understanding and create a path toward reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. Let's begin our conversation.
I'm Grace Redhead, the Special Events, Cultural and Engagement Manager with the Manitowoc Festival.
My name is Ayana Hart. I'm a Hart from Nissachawasset Cree Nation, and I'm the founder and producer of Next Gen. I grew up basically with the Manitowoc Festival since the beginning, but I officially started working as the producer and founder of Next Gen 3 years ago.
Thank you both for joining us today, and let's start the conversation. Youth play such an important role in powwow. What does it mean to see young people participating and leading in these spaces?
Yeah, so many young people have grown up in this space, Ayana included, particularly at Manitowoc. But so many guests, dancers, singers, it's a natural progression for them who, for many reasons, may have lost that connection to culture and powwow. Powwows are a safe, supportive space for folks and youth to come and connect and learn about their culture. For those reconnecting, they're able to come and join at any age. We also have the Miss Manitowoc Youth Ambassador Program. So it's a title and a role for female youth to learn about leadership, advocacy, while they honor the memory of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls.
Mm-hmm. Building upon mentorship within the festival, the Sacred Hoop program was created with the goal of providing more opportunities for youth such as me. And we learn and gain experience within the unique strength of young people's Indigenous identity, cultural connection, while they develop skills and abilities for future opportunities in the arts for young people and leaders.
How do powwows support cultural pride and identity for younger generations?
Belonging, that's a huge piece. Everyone is welcome at a powwow. They can come as a guest. They can learn to sing or dance. There are so many wonderful people within the powwow circle that are often willing to help and guide. And
when you're in the circle, walking, spectating, dancing, there's that sense of pride, belonging, and joy. So many youth are looking for that and maybe are in unhealthy spaces, but it's the powwow circle, the more you show up, the more you learn.
And what are some of the ways that youth are shaping the future of these traditions?
For us as organizers, there's so much for us to learn from one another. For me, for the younger generation, learning from them how they like things done, new ways of doing things, new ways, like for example, would be a new way to host a dance special and how that dance special might look at a powwow. There are so many moments through planning where new ideas are pitched, but they just need a bit of guidance. So Ayana might have a brilliant idea and I can help with the planning side, but it's something that I haven't thought of. So that's really great.
Yeah, there are so many young, talented dancers that are embracing new dance styles or beadwork, sharing online, social media, TikTok, Instagram, and creating even more opportunities to share our culture.
For those watching, especially young people, what would you want them to take away about their role in carrying culture forward?
I would say be confident in who you are. These younger generations are able to freely share who they are and their culture in so many different ways that didn't exist when I was young. So take pride in who you are and take the space and be yourself.
Yeah, with what Grace said, take up space and bring it within the next generations.
Could you share a little bit more about the Sacred Hoop program and how it has impacted young people?
Yeah, the Sacred Hoop program started about 3 years ago. So really it's about training and helping youth become leaders in their area. So, helping to take on new responsibilities within planning powwow and producing events within the festival, but just allowing them the mentorship, the opportunity to learn, and just produce an actual component of the festival so that they have these skills and that there is, they're doing it in a way that's really kind of holistic and taking care of their culture and their spirit and other youth that are First Nations, Métis, Inuk, so that they can learn from one another in a safe space. Yeah.
Thank you both so much for sharing and inspiring younger generations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Jordan Skipper. I'm the graphics manager and marketing team for the Manitowoc Festival. I'm Red River Métis from St. Eustache, Manitoba, as well as right here in Winnipeg at St. Boniface, Manitoba.
Powwows have a long history. Can you share some context about how they have evolved over time?
Yeah, so historically, singing and dancing has always been a part of First Nations communities and culture. Over time, the traditions were shared across nations, and with non-Indigenous settlers, new songs and dance styles have developed from different nations and were shared across Turtle Island. Actually, within Canada, the Indian Act banned traditional songs, dances, regalia, and ceremonies. So, and similar legislation did exist in the US. However, the tradition continued in secret. So songs were passed down in hiding within families. Communities would gather in secret. And then in the 1950s, an amendment was made to no longer make it illegal. And so 60s, 70s, powwows really grew across Canada. Families would plan their summers and they would be spending their time visiting across powwow country, visiting with different communities. And then eventually they started to include competitions. It was just kind of a natural progression for some of the powwows. So Manitowoc is a competition powwow. They always commemorate an achievement, an event, an honoring for somebody. And now powwows are held year-round across Turtle Island.
Thanks so much for sharing. I wasn't aware that the competitions at powwows were a newer thing. And moving on to our next question, I know you mentioned that cultural practices, including powwows, at one point were banned. So with that, what does it mean to see powwows thriving today?
Yeah, seeing powwows thriving today is a sign of life. It's like a vital sign. It's the pulse. The drum is the heartbeat of the people, of the nation. And even when it was banned, that heartbeat was still alive. The heartbeat was still kept alive so that we can practice today. Powwows today also represent the unity of Indigenous people. Many powwows today host intertribals that bring not only people from their nation together and dance styles, but from all dance styles and nations together into the circle. We also have grand entries where you see many faces from across different nations come together, walking in, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see everyone come in together. And today, post-ban powwows, everyone coming together to celebrate as one, which is beautiful.
Thank you for sharing. And how do powwows represent resilience and resurgence?
Powwows are a testament of resilience of Indigenous people, shared culture and connection. The fact that the song survived, that the dance and regalia was maintained, even when it was illegal to do so, shows the importance of celebrating and gathering together. The powwow community honors that bravery and encourage with those songs and dances that were kept safe by past generations for future generations.
And for non-Indigenous audience, what does meaningful allyship look like in these spaces?
Yeah, for non-Indigenous allyship in the presence of the powwow can simply be like attending and showing up respectfully. At Manitowoc, we also set aside a section for newcomers and new Canadians to come attend the powwow, so that we set that space aside so they can learn and see the powwow themselves. Often it's their first time seeing it too, so it's really special to us. Manitowoc is also a large multidisciplinary festival, not just a powwow. So we always have something for everyone to attend, everyone to see. We have other cultural artists, not just dancing, but performers and singers and storytellers that come on a stage and share. Yeah, so we have lots. There's always something for everyone at Manitowoc, and there's always a face that you'll recognize at Manitowoc.
Yeah, exactly. And last year we were able to host a citizenship ceremony. So newcomers coming to Canada were able to actually become Canadian citizens before the powwow started, and then stay for the day, and they're introduced to powwow through Powwow 101 And it's just been a really great way to bring newcomers and Indigenous peoples of Canada together to learn.
Wow, that is so thoughtful. And I love learning about everything that you offer. Our last question, how can people move from simply attending to building respectful and ongoing relationships with Indigenous communities?
Yeah, like we said, people just to show up to the powwow, to come with genuine curiosity, to come with the most positive, respectful attitude that you can come with. We like to take care of Mother Earth, and even if the powwow is inside, like to still take care of your space, to leave it as you found it. That's for any powwow that you go to, and to attend respectfully. And also then the initiative to further the learning as an ally yourself of powwow, and to come with genuine curiosity. That's not just the responsibility of Indigenous people and the dancers to teach you, but that you have to come willing to learn as well. The positive relationships only happen when both parties come to the table.
And just to add to that, Manitowoc, and like most powwows, it takes so many people to help run a successful powwow and take care of all the guests. And we're so fortunate to have so many non-Indigenous ally volunteers. They've been with the powwow for a number of years and really kind of gotten a chance to learn, build connection, and build those relationships from volunteering and then carrying that out throughout their life.
Thank you both for being here today and for all that you do.
Thank you.
If you'd like to continue learning, you can follow along on our YouTube channel or wherever you listen to podcasts. And you can find additional resources on our website at downiewenjack.ca. Thanks and take care.